In 1955, Dr. James Cattell, a Harvard and Columbia-trained psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, coined the term, the holiday syndrome, as a way of describing the anxiety that some people feel starting around Thanksgiving and ending a few days after the new year. This term applies to anyone regardless of whether or not they're on the autistic spectrum. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention's Household Pulse Survey for November of 2022, the onset of the holiday season can be very depressing. The rate of anxiety and depression appears to be correlated to one's age, with younger adults being more prone to depression than older folk. According to the most recent survey, 18 to 29-year-old people reported a 44.3% rate of anxiety or depression, compared to 37% among 30 to 39-year-olds, 33.6% among 40 to 49-year-olds, 29.8% among 50 to 59-year-olds, 23.4% among 60 to 69-year-olds, 16.1% among 70 to 70-year-olds, and 16.6% among people aged 80 or older. The demographics of this survey reported that people with less than $5,000 in savings were 50% more likely to be depressed. Single people are more likely to be depressed than married couples. Younger people face more issues with depression than older people. Women are more likely to be depressed than men. Why are so many folks depressed over the holidays? From November through December, the holiday season pressures us to be thankful and festive. This is reinforced by holiday movies and marketing campaigns, as well as cultural and family expectations. The sad reality is that financial problems, homelessness, unemployment, poor health, grief over the loss of a loved one, divorce, breakups, family estrangement, and other problems don't just go away just because it's the holiday season. According to a survey that was conducted by Think Finance and reported by NBC News, 45% of all Americans would just as soon as skip the holiday season. The American Psychological Association reports that 69% of Americans feel that they don't have enough time to do everything that needs to be done. 51% also reported feeling stress from the pressure of having to give gifts that they just can't afford to purchase. This pressure is increased when these people receive gifts and feel socially compelled to reciprocate giving a gift in exchange. Although the ongoing COVID pandemic has aggravated feelings of anxiety and depression, the American Medical Association reported in JAMA Network Open that even before the pandemic, a survey of 5,000 Americans found that 8.5% reported feeling depressed prior to the holidays. These feelings were characterized by a sense of hopelessness, a loss of interest in things that used to bring joy, low energy, trouble concentrating, and thoughts about inflicting self-harm. What can you do if you find the holiday season to be overly stressful? If you're a reclusive introvert like myself who is completely estranged from his family and lives alone, you can simply choose to ignore it. This is not to say that I have a Scrooge, bar humbug sort of mentality. During the last few days of school when we gave semester exams, I provided breakfast burritos, breakfast quesadillas, or hot chocolate to each of my classes. Since I am a chef, the only thing I like about Christmas is the excuse for producing a holiday meal. When I lived in Pennsylvania, I used to invite the students of a Christian seminary to my home to share a lavish meal. After dinner, we would watch Christmas videos while enjoying hot cocoa and freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. My home was always decorated for Christmas because I knew that my dinner guests would expect this. Having long since moved away, I no longer have anyone to invite into my home and have seen no reason to put up decorations. Although the faculty of my school have a voluntary sign-up for Secret Santa gift exchanges, I don't care for exchanging gifts because I tend to worry about the value of gifts that are being given versus those that are received. If the value of one gift were to exceed the value of the other gift, I would not want one person or the other to feel indebted. I also have no interest in receiving a gift that I will likely have no use for. Since I enjoy the solitude of being alone with no other company than my cats, I will be perfectly happy spending my 2 weeks of Christmas vacation without having to interact with another person. I realize, of course, that everyone is different and that there are people who may aspire to have busy social lives regardless of whether or not they are on the spectrum. If you're someone who finds the holiday season to be stressful and can't ignore it because of family or social obligations, here are some thoughts regarding how to reduce the holiday stress. 1. Put a cap on all spending for holiday gifts. Talk to your friends and family and come up with an agreement to limit the value of gifts to a set amount. You could also consider not giving gifts at all. Why not bake cookies or the holiday meal together? If there are people in your family who feel that the season won't be complete without giving gifts, why not give gifts to charity? There are disadvantaged children who would appreciate receiving a toy for Christmas. There are food banks that would surely appreciate monetary donations or gifts of canned food. 2. Keep your holiday expectations modest. Life is not a Hallmark movie. Families can be stressful, especially if they are visiting overnight and are crammed into a limited space. 3. If you are depressed, lean on your support system of friends and family. Talk out your problems instead of internalizing them or pretending to be happy when you're not. If you live in the United States and are thinking of hurting yourself, dial 988 to reach a suicide and crisis hotline that is staffed 24/7. 4. Prioritize your relationships instead of agonizing over the small details. Don't worry if you don't have time to put up lights on the outside of your home. If you don't have time or the interest in making a holiday meal, consider dining out. You'd be surprised at how many restaurants are open for Christmas. Some churches even offer potlucks for people who might otherwise be alone for Christmas. 5. Consider volunteering your time to help out at a soup kitchen. While soup kitchens are often staffed throughout the year, many kitchens need additional volunteers over the holiday season since the regular volunteers may be traveling, or otherwise have their own families to tend to. As bad as you may think that your life may be, I can almost guarantee you that someone out there is having worse problems. In addition to soup kitchens, there are food banks, homeless shelters, toy drives, and even animal shelters that could benefit from your help. 6. If you are someone who recently suffered a loss in your family, honor that person's memory by doing something that he or she would have enjoyed. You could, for example, have dinner at that person's favorite restaurant and toast the memory of the deceased. If this person liked caroling, why not join a caroling group? 7. Think about what triggers your holiday stress and come up with ways to avoid it. For example, if you feel stressed out over having to stay with relatives, then don't stay with your relatives. Find a hotel or motel to check into or stay with a friend. If you have someone in your family with whom you're at odds, either don't attend their party or make a brief appearance for form's sake. Don't add people you don't like to your social media accounts. Don't answer the telephone if they call. If it's not possible to completely avoid someone that you don't like, remember that Christmas is supposed to be a time for compassion. If this person verbally attacks you, be the bigger person and ignore the attack. Wish this person a Merry Christmas and then walk away. Don't get sucked into this person's petty game by responding in kind to hurtful behavior that could result in a family row with way too much drama. 8. Don't think that you have to plan everything by yourself. If you need help with cooking, ask a friend or relative who has decent culinary skills to help you, or consider dining out at a restaurant. Invite a friend to help you put up the holiday decorations. Invite someone else to help with wrapping presents. If you are responsible for hosting a family gathering, ask other family members to contribute ideas as to what to do throughout the day and delegate responsibility by having these members organize those events. As John Hayward once observed, many hands make light the work. 9. Rethink some of your family traditions if they no longer seem applicable or if no one enjoys them. I once had a culinary student ask me why her grandmother lopped off the ends of a ham prior to serving Christmas dinner. The student wanted to know why the ends were bad. It turned out that the grandmother had cut off the ends because the ham was too big for the serving platter. The grandmother's practical routine somehow became a holiday tradition that people blindly followed. 10. Pace yourself. There is no rule that says that one has to enjoy the holidays 24/7. Build some quiet downtime into your schedule. Take the time to relax and unwind. Catch up on your sleep. If you attend a holiday party, don't feel compelled to be the first one to arrive or the last to leave. Christmas is a busy time of year and most hosts will understand if you have other conflicting social commitments. 11. Avoid eating yourself into a food coma. Eat sensible portions and avoid overstuffing yourself simply because there are so many tasty treats that are available. While there's nothing wrong with enjoying the occasional treat, you don't need to overeat or to gain lots of weight over the holidays. 12. Holidays are often associated with alcohol. The average American drinks 27% more during the holidays compared to the rest of the year. While drinking is one way to reduce holiday stress, remember that alcohol is a depressant and drinking too much of it if you are already prone to depression or stress will just make everything worse. Instead of drinking, eat sensibly, exercise, and get plenty of rest. 13. If you are taking prescription medication, don't forget to take this medication over the holidays. It's easy to sometimes forget to take medication during the hustle and bustle of the day's events. Put yourself on a schedule for taking your medicine or add the need for taking this medication to your smartphone. 14. If you are seeing a therapist, you might consider scheduling an additional session over the holidays as a way of helping to keep yourself grounded. 15. Remember that life is not a Hallmark movie. Nobody has a perfect family. Instead of focusing on everything that you find wrong with the holidays, focus on the good moments and things that you can appreciate. Since life is not perfect, if you only focus on the bad things in your life, you will surely find them. Don't be a glass half empty sort person. Be thankful that your glass is half full. Appreciate what you have and enjoy your time with friends and family. I wish you all the joy and the peace of the season. If you found this video interesting and would like to support this channel, please click on the like and subscribe buttons. If you have thoughts regarding other topics that I could address in a future video, please feel free to add your suggestions to the comments below.